The Nissan Quashqai has always been an important car in the Japanese brand's Australian lineup. It remains the third best seller behind the workhorse Navara Ute and the Nissan X-Trail. There's an all-new Nissan Quashqai coming to Australia and it will lob here by the end of the year. Nissan Australia has confirmed that we'll get 4 variants, but there's a 5th variant coming and it's arguably the brand's most important. The Nissan Qashqai e-Power, and that's a bit of a mouthful, will come to Australia either late this year or early next year. And it brings a hybrid powertrain to the Qashqai party. But forget what you know about hybrids, because this one is a little bit different. How? Let's find out. Before we get to the Qashqai's unique hybrid powertrain, it's worth taking a look inside. This new generation is certainly a step up in terms of interior presentation over the old model. The materials are top-notch, with plenty of softer touch points, while everything is laid out intuitively and remains within easy reach from behind the wheel. A generous 12.3-inch touchscreen hosts inbuilt sat-nav, as well as Apple CarPlay and Android Auto smartphone mirroring. We used the proprietary sat-nav navigating the foreign streets of Stockholm in Sweden at the international launch, and it proved faultless. Another 12.3-inch digital driver display provides a wealth of information which can be toggled through various screens depending on your needs. We really liked the energy meter, which showed at any given moment which power source was providing the energy to drive the wheels. Thanks to a slight growth spurt over the previous generation Qashqai, there's more room in the second row for passengers. Toe, knee, leg and headroom are all excellent, while visibility all round remains good. Stepping into the second row is easy too. The back door's opening to what appears to be 90 degrees but is actually, or so we are told, 85 degrees. Still, it's a massive aperture, one that parents of toddlers will particularly like. The boot at 504 litres is generous and a big step up from the 340 litres of the older model. The Qashqai e-Power's real party trick, however, is its hybrid powertrain. It combines a 140 kilowatt 330 Newton meter electric motor with a 1.5 litre 3-cylinder turbo petrol engine rated at 116 kilowatts. But it's the electric motor that provides the sole source of power for the wheels, the petrol engine not connected to the wheels at all. So what does it do then, I hear you ask? Think of the combustion engine as a small power station generating electricity, which it then sends via an inverter to the Qashqai's 2.1 kilowatt-hour battery, helping to keep it topped up and ready to use by the electric motor. The 1.5 litre petrol 3-banger can, if necessary, such as under harder acceleration, send its jolt of generated electricity directly to the electric motor for some extra zing. But under regular driving conditions, all the generated energy is harvested by the battery. What does that all mean from behind the wheel? Well, unlike other conventional closed-loop hybrids, the Nissan Qashqai e-Power feels like an electric vehicle to drive. Torque delivery is instant, providing that surge of acceleration EVs are becoming known for. Nissan reckons on a 0 to 100 km/h sprint time of 7.9 seconds, and while that doesn't sound particularly fast on paper, it feels plenty quick from the driver's seat. That power delivery is smooth as silk too, and even when the combustion engine kicks in, the cabin remains well isolated from outside noise. That's highlighted by the Qashqai's excellent suspension setup, which irons out regular road nasties with ease, while cosseting occupants with comfortable on-road manners. And thanks to Nissan's focus on sound deadening, the petrol engine, if it's turning over at all, remains a distant, muted hum inside. It really is like driving an electric car, but one that can generate its own electricity. Nissan says the benefit comes at the petrol bowser, the Qashqai e-Power requiring 5.3 litres per 100 kilometres to generate its electricity. Our test loops around the busy streets of Stockholm, sprinkled liberally with open roads and a smattering of highway running, returned an indicated 5.3 litres. Bang on the money then. The electric motor is augmented by a 1.5 litre 3-cylinder turbocharged petrol engine. It's rated at 116 kilowatts. But, unlike a conventional hybrid, the combustion engine in the Qashqai acts more like a mini power station. It generates electricity, which is then fed via an inverter either into the battery or the electric motor. The internal combustion engine never ever sends drive directly to the wheels. Right now we're stuck in a bit of traffic, and that's the ideal environment for a car like this. It's comfortable, it's refined, and it's fuel efficient. We don't know pricing for Australia yet, but we do know we're getting two variants, the top spec and the one below it, which is the one we're sitting in right now. Cruising along at highway speeds, and the Qashqai is pretty unflustered. The cabin remains quiet, although there is a little bit of road noise, which you would expect in a car of this size and this specification. But all in all, it's pretty comfortable. Our first taste of the Nissan Qashqai e-Power has shown us that not all hybrids are created equal. Nissan has dared to be a little bit different, and the result is a refined and economical driving experience that blends the best of fully electric motoring with the frugality of a hybrid drivetrain. We can't wait to see the Nissan Qashqai e-Power in Australia, either by the end of this year or early next year at the latest. Until then, you can check out our written review on Drive.com.au, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe to our channels.